So you may find yourself wondering, what is Arduino? Arduino is a microcontroller board that is open source. Most people think it's a microcontroller itself, but it's not. The main chip on the board is the microcontroller. There are different types of Arduino, such as the Mega and the Uno, and then there's knockoffs as well because it is open source. I don't have a real one, but that's a knockoff. Here's another knockoff. And when I can get out, that is also another knockoff. And there's another one. So the microcontroller is this chip here on these boards, this chip here, and this chip here. Now on these three, it is the ATmega 328P-PU by Atmel, and on this one it is the ATmega 2560. These two are Arduino Tech. This one's a Key Studio, and this one is an unbranded one. And there's a big difference in price. The new ones usually go for around $40, the actual Arduino branded ones. This one here was $50. This one here was $30, and this one new that is Arduino branded is worth around $70. So that one was $50, this one was $30, this one was $15, and this one was $5. So as you can see, there's a big difference in price, and it's good to keep in mind that if you buy from the actual Arduino company, that goes towards funding more Arduino projects, such as making new boards and helping keep the company alive. So even if you can't afford the actual Arduino, if you put like in a donation or something, that can help them out. Now these boards are often used in conjunction with a breadboard, such as this one, also this one, or even this one. And when you're buying breadboards, it's important to keep in mind that there are what's classified as fake breadboards out there. This one is a fake breadboard. That one was bought on eBay. And what is meant when someone says it's a fake breadboard, it means that sometimes the jumper leads and stuff, they don't go in as easily, because in there is actually a bent piece of metal that's kind of shaped like this, and the pin sort of pushes these out, and if there's not enough of a gap in there, it can be hard to, well, not as much of a flange, I guess you could say, in there. It makes it hard to push the pin in. So when you're buying breadboards, it's a good idea to go to like an electronics store or something. That's where these two were bought, and these two work fine. Now, if you're prototyping with Arduino, you're also probably going to need leads like this. These ones can be bought on eBay. There's no problem with them, except for, you know, these plastic surroundings sometimes come off and leaves you with something looking like that. If you go for the higher quality ones, it's actually a molded plastic that won't come off. You're also probably going to want components such as LEDs and resistors, like that, and push buttons. It's also worth noting that Arduino does sell an Arduino called the Explorer, which it's better if you're not into the electronic side of Arduino. It's got everything on the board that you just play around with. However, I prefer to use all these ones. Atmel also makes other microcontrollers, such as This is an ATtiny85, what these two are, and they can also be programmed with Arduino code if you have a shield like this one, which I made myself, or if you just hook it up on a breadboard, you can also program it that way. There's also other different components you can get. There's displays like these, receivers and transmitters, shift registers. You can get LCD displays to program. You can control servo motors, stepper motors. You can use infrared. You can use RFID. You can get these relay boards to switch like high power things on and off, and you can get touch screens. Now there's a lot more than that, but that's just some of the things you can do with Arduino, and I hope you enjoy it. This website is dedicated to helping people start off with Arduino, starting off with the easier things for newbies such as syntax. Then we go on to adding libraries, which can make the Arduino code easier to use for certain things. Then we go on to a Blink tutorial, which is like the first real project where you're turning an onboard LED on and off. Then we talk about digital signals and have a project with that. We've got analog signals and go on a project with that. And then there's also resources such as a Arduino language reference booklet and a booklet with all the tutorials on this website. So I hope you enjoy this website, I hope you enjoy the tutorials, and have fun.